No matter what.
No.
No matter what.
No.
You said no matter what.
No. I said I'd go pick up your dry cleaning.
Are you guys talking about that magic shit?
Welcome everyone back to the hard parts, where today the hard part is holding it all in.
Holding everything in, because there is a lot of stuff.
A lot of energy, a lot of good positive energy. We just had the 4th of July.
Yes, we did. 4th of July, lots of fireworks.
Not a huge fan of fireworks myself, but
Really?
Yeah, no.
Is it just the premise of it, or does it scare you? Do you get like Vietnam flashbacks? Because you look like you're from Vietnam.
You know, I'm going to actually veer away from it because I found that, like, especially in this country, if you say you don't like fireworks, it's like saying you don't like Oreos. Like, people think you're an alien.
You like Oreos, right?
Oh, I love Oreos.
Okay, holy fuck.
But I am kind of an Oreo purist. I don't...
you just like the chocolate, like nothing like eccentric Oreos?
Just with
you
some
don't like
milk.
the Selena Gomez Oreos?
I don't even know what is that, like cinnamon and red velvet?
It's just red velvet.
Oh, okay.
Red velvet is just chocolate for any of you who are wondering. It is. It just tastes the same.
You know who did an amazing like bit on that? Brennan. Okay, with
Brennan
College
Lee
Humor.
Mulligan. Yes, dude.
Did you see that one?
Yes, I did. I love Brennan Lee Mulligan so much.
Dude, he's
so funny.
awesome. Not only that, but like talk about just having a great champion to your tribe. Like anytime that like somebody who's not a nerd brings him up, or they're like, "Have you seen this nerd guy on the shorts?"
And we're like, we absolutely know
like,
who
dude,
Brennan Lee Mulligan is.
Awesome.
His improv skills are top tier, which is what makes him a great dungeon master.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's so good at world building.
The only thing that scares me about him and that has me just kind of like wondering in the backgrounds if he's like secretly like a murderer is look at what he does. Look at what he already does and how talented and like ambitious he is, world building, acting.
Yeah.
He's been in the production circuit for a long time. Like he used to do stuff with like Law and Order back in the day and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's how I get the old people. My old people.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, yeah, did you know he actually, when he was a kid, he used to work on Law and Order and whatnot.
Not SVU, like pre-SVU.
Yeah,
actual Law and Order.
Wasn't that like Ice-T?
Yeah.
Whatnot?
Yeah.
That's so strange.
It was good still, either way.
I just know stuff.
But yeah, fireworks happened 4th of July, obviously. Hopefully everybody kept all their appendages.
Yes.
Hopefully you didn't come back with 13 of them.
which ties into the better part of why I like the 4th of July, because it marks the intro into the next big holiday. Now is going to be in October.
Halloween.
So we've got Halloween. And
I'm so stoked. I love Halloween.
Honestly, yeah, no, unless you're super religious, in which case, if you're here, welcome. And
I don't know why you're here.
I'm glad that you've made it this far.
That's good. Yeah, we're 14 episodes in, and if you're still here and religious, congrats.
Yeah, welcome.
Considering
for the long
last
haul.
episode we talked about gay robots and lesbian samurai, so
well, you know, it is South Portland. When it comes to like the areas of the world that I've traveled, i.e., the middle of the United States,
Lower Maine is very liberal.
It's definitely just like a Portland.
You go an hour up
thing.
north where I used to live, and you want to talk about like kissing your sister? Holy shit, dude! There is actually. Up where I lived up in China, there is about 20 minutes away in a different town, there is a very famous store that's like nationally famous because the front of it says guns and wedding dresses, and it actually sells guns and wedding dresses.
It's as somebody from the South, it is kind of refreshing to see that somebody or some places up this far north have it just as backwards.
That isn't just Walmart.
Yeah, no, it's not just Arkansas, not just Kansas.
No.
It is
We're
definitely
not in Kansas anymore. Halloween, next holiday.
Love Halloween. Who doesn't?
I'm definitely gonna have to. We'll have to make some deck tech ideas when we get closer to Halloween, like spooky, like scarecrows. And
we're gonna do it already because we talked about it last week.
That is true. Yeah, but we're gonna do it again later on because Halloween's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, I will probably have at least one for each episode in October, and probably a couple before we even get to October.
I love it.
Because there's nothing happens in August.
But yeah, that's so true.
We'll make a Caesar deck at the beginning of August, and then after that, it's just going to be prep.
You know what happens this month, though?
The runner-up scary
other than
ones.
4th of July that just happened.
What's that?
My birthday.
Oh, really?
I'm 31 on the 28th.
Nice.
We actually will be shooting an episode on my birthday.
Hey, that's
It's on a
great.
Monday. Yep.
That is actually really great.
Yeah, we're
'cause
shooting an episode on my birthday.
I don't do holidays, so like that would have been like the most that we, or like I get
Because-
off work and we
Yeah,
play
because
some Magic.
my mom asked me, she's like, "What do you want to do for your birthday this year?" Because usually we go to the Renaissance Fair and things like that.
Yeah.
But I already took time off for PortCon, and then I'm saving PTO for Atlanta.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm thinking I'm just gonna stay home. Then I looked at the dates and said, "Oh, I'll be recording that day actually."
What kind of cake do you want? Or do you want baked something?
I'm a big whoopie pie fan. I love whoopie pies.
Okay.
I'm a marble cake person. I
Right.
like marble because I don't like too much chocolate, but I don't like too much vanilla.
Mhm.
I'm okay with best cream. I like best cream. It's really good.
I don't know what that is.
It's a different type. So when you make your cream,
You know, I want you to know, I was like, you know what? I should say that sounds gay. But I was like, let's class this up a little bit. And then the next thing that you do is make a seminal insemination.
But no, I like the so best cream is used with like cream cheese frosting, so it's a little bit thicker and it's a little bit sweeter.
Mhm.
My mom hates it. Ask her tonight when we have dinner. Just be like, "What do you think of best cream?" and listen to her fucking bash it for 40 minutes. It's
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to have to try to
There's a couple
remember
of
that.
things that I do on purpose to ask them just to piss them off because it's
Mhm.
fun to listen to them rant.
That's funny.
But yeah, my birthday is the 28th. We're gonna be recording on that day, and
See, and I already
it's
had
also
the
gonna be-
21st in my head.
and then after the 28th, like 4 days later, 31 days, 28, 29, 30, 31. 4 days later
Mm-hmm.
is the release of Edge of Eternities.
It's 28 days past September, April, May, and November.
This is gonna be a recurring piss me off theme. But what is our layout for the show today? Because I know you've got
yeah.
we got topics we're gonna talk about as normal. We are actually in the works to have theme songs for stuff.
We do.
We actually
do.
have things recorded.
We went
and-
another creative route.
We did.
One
One that was more friendly to our editor
Yeah.
who doesn't want to listen to it all the time.
Yes.
Because I will have to
yes.
listen to this literally every single week
Which,
for forever.
Talking to our sound mixer and producer, we're hoping to have maybe a couple different variations just for variety and so
Exactly.
forth.
So I'll be able to kind of pick and choose from the folder when I'm editing.
yeah,
and-
yeah. It's not all going to be the same
Yep.
mundane.
And now I just need to find somebody who can make graphics to go with them. That's the only thing. But,
Yeah.
So if you know anybody who's a visual artist for VFX or for animation,
Mm-hmm.
please let us know because we need an animator for the next part.
We
Because I
do.
can't do animation.
And yeah, there's definitely some other routes that we can go for it, but we'd
I'm a
like
graphic
to,
designer, not a graphic visual editor.
Oh, yeah, it's a whole different
It is
field,
a
100%.
entire different degree.
And rightfully so.
Yeah.
Like that's one
I
that
can
like
do
the nuances
some.
between.
I just
yeah,
can't draw. That's the
That-
problem. Is I can't art.
And I feel like that's one of those things that like you know enough about it to know that you don't know anything about it.
Yes, I know enough
Like, you're
for
not
the
the
direction.
layperson
I'm
to just,
definitely the
like-
I know what I want. I can visualize it and I can tell you what it needs to do, but I
Mhm.
can't art.
Mhm.
Graphic design is different than art for any of you that know, because graphic design is a lot of you take squares, circles, and triangles and you overlap them and it creates the shape.
Mhm.
And that is so much different than actual art.
Everything in art is triangles, 3D triangles.
It is. Everything is 3D triangles.
No more circles. But yeah, so we've got our deck tech. We are excited about Halloween. We've got our keyword feature today, which is going to be it's going to feature in a little bit more. That's morbid. Is what I'm going to go with today. Love that one.
It's not
and
used very often, so that'll be fun to talk about.
It's not, and it's really one that I feel like is so thematic. Like it's
Mhm.
so. But I also think that it's not a keyword. I think it might be an ability word. I'll have to check a little closer.
Ability word corner.
But yeah, we might get interchangeable with that because again, there's a lot of like flavor that goes into ability words.
There
too,
is,
so.
yeah. Deck tech, I know we're going to be talking about, like I said last week, we're going to be talking about the deck we've been building, which I'm still not going to say the name of
Yep.
because we've been, like I said, brewing it up since episode 4.
I named it different on Moxfield, so you know.
Oh, okay.
I'm interested to see your take on that
Yeah, I'm excited.
one. We've got a hot take, which is a really good one.
Yeah, we haven't had a
Um,
hot take in a little bit.
And then Reddit Roundup.
And Reddit Roundup, as always.
That one's that. I know they're always spicy, but this one is particularly spicy.
Yeah, it
but
is.
it is a
It
conversation
kind of
that is being had more
it
and
attacks
more.
us.
Um,
Before we jump into the first topic,
did you remember the thing?
which thing?
The Star Trek thing.
The Star Trek thing.
No?
Yes.
Okay.
Before we jump into the Star Trek thing, though, oh my God! So I want to once again thank Manapool for being our affiliate, for talking with us. We do all of our stuff through Manapool now. We go through, we look at cards, we order cards, we reach out, we help him improve site. If you guys need any sort of Magic the Gathering products, whether it's the new upcoming release of Edge of Eternities with boxes, collector's boxes, even singles, go to manapool.com, use our referral link, which we will put right here as per usual, and it helps support us.
Heck yeah. Speaking of, there's a lot of stuff going on with this show today. Like, it's, more than normal for just a everyday run-of-the-mill show.
Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff in this episode. There's a lot going on.
Mail call.
Mail call. Yeah, mail. We've got, so we'll start with the Star Trek thing.
Yeah.
Because
that's very relevant.
So, there was a rumor mill going around for a little bit ago with Edge of Eternities coming out. Obviously, there's always, basically every set now has some sort of, special feature within it that is a universes beyond connection. So, with Ixalan, we had Jurassic Park. With Aether Drift, I don't remember what it was. It was something. Actually, I don't think Aether Drift had one. It might have.
Did they have... No. That's the one... I feel like they had something fall through with Fast and the Furious or something.
Yeah, but Ixalan had Jurassic Park, where it's kind of like you could buy them, and you could buy the special packs that had it. Sorry, allergy season's bad today. There was a rumor going around that somebody posted a picture of what was supposed to be Star Trek Magic the Gathering cards. And everybody was like, wow, look at these. This is going to be great and everything like that. And Tom even fell into the trap. And was like, look at this. This is real. Like, there's this big-time creator who, officially said and talked about it and everything like that.
So to be fair, that was my big thing. My pitfall was I was listening to Ben Bateman, okay, who... I'm surprised you didn't catch that one.
No, I saw it, and I was skeptical because there is a very known website, which I am not going to mention because fuck that website because they do so much like this, and they're very scummy.
I love what you're doing.
So...
It's not scummy.
It's a website that likes to create, they do a lot of work with, fake sets and stuff, and even create, pre-orders and things you can pay them for these sets and, sell. And,
a little scummy.
And so they did do all that, and they, for, the first thing is I know of this place. And the lettering, first of all, I looked at it and went, Magic is really bad at doing universes beyond lettering and stuff for, things. I looked at the lettering and went, that's fucking fake as hell. And I don't know why nobody is understanding this. That's not real.
Yet again, we could tell it was not an official Wizards of the Coast product because it was done too well.
So I'm looking more into it, and I'm finding it, and then I found the site, and I was like, I've heard of this site before. This is 100% fake, and they're already taking pre-orders for this fake thing, and it tricked all of these big-time creators. And here I am, a normal, everyday, average Joe Magic player going, that's bullshit.
So to be fair, if they're collecting people's money and so forth, if they're doing, providing links they can... That's scummy.
They are.
That's
rough.
What
they've
Don't
always.
Do that.
They have
okay.
always done that. This is not the first time they've done it. They've done it for other sets too.
But to be fair, especially as we get further into universes beyond and incorporating other franchises and so forth, it was not even saying don't trick people into buying a product, but if you wanted to trick people into thinking hey, there's we could do a podcast where we're going to review the new Dragon Ball Z cards or something like that. And, do it as a promo and just drop it out there and then have everyone what the... But if we do a good job of, mocking up these cards and so forth, maybe we could have some influence on them making some good cards. The Sonic set. There's a lot of those cards that are in there, especially Shadow. Shadow's amazing.
Shadow is so.
okay?
He's gonna be a very scary card to deal with.
Knuckles is pretty fun. Everybody else is pretty decent, but
However, it's falling into the same pitfall that the D&D set did, where it's going to be an exclusive to Secret Lair, and they're not going to make a Universes Within for it, so it's going to sell out, and then it's going to be hard to get, and then it's going to fall into that weird section of, I want to play this card, but I can't play this card because I can't fucking get it.
Which is why I say proxy.
Yep. But yeah, I looked at it, and I said it was bullshit. And I've said it was bullshit for the last 2 weeks. And nobody was listening to me. Like, even I was talking to other people, and they're like, no, this is real. I'm like, this isn't real. I'm like, watch. And it came out 2 days ago. One of the creators who got tricked with it made an entire video apologizing, saying, I'm sorry that I pushed you guys to go to this website to spend your money on a fake product.
You know, there's probably somebody over at Universal who's like in charge of like making these deals and whatnot, and like I could see like their son coming home or something like that, their nephew, and like, hey, are you guys doing something with Star Trek? And it's like,
no,
nope.
But it's one of those things.
Not anything that I know of.
The moment you start doing pre-orders on a site for a set that hasn't even been announced by Wizards of the Coast, that should have been the red flag for everybody.
When you start collecting money on something like that, that's a big issue.
Yeah, because what they do is they put the pre-orders on, they take the money, and they fucking scrub the site from existence.
Yeah, no, that's
it's what they
not
do,
kosher.
and then they collect all the money, they take it, they don't get refunds, and that's it.
Mm.
And they've done this like 7 times, and they keep doing it.
Yeah, not scummy to make fake magic sets. Scummy to collect
money.
People's money, especially people that are like
for product you're not even gonna get.
Yeah,
because they were selling it for the current magic prices too. So that's why they made it look unbelievably real, and they even had some really convincing fake cards for stuff. And this is why you do need to be careful with Universes Beyond stuff coming out now. Is you need to really look at what you're putting your money towards. And as much as, people, like, I know Tom's not a big Wizards person, but until Wizards actually says something about it, don't believe it.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah, I would
just
still...
don't. Like, until you have an official spoiler from Wizards of the Coast saying, yes, this is a thing, don't listen to it. It's like even with Edge of Eternity spoilers coming out, right?
Yeah.
Right now is the perfect time to fake cards and get yourself some traction on social media and to make it look good for yourself and be like, oh, look at these cards I got. That's why until Wizards has their own concurrent view website with somebody who works at Wizards that they consistently update with, here are the spoilers that have actually officially come out and are official spoilers. Or websites like Mythic Spoiler, things like that, or on Mana Box, the app you use to track cards, puts official things on there. And it's an official spoiler because it's an actual, like, the art file is posted so you can see it, and it's not like these weird angles and things like that. And that's why at first with the Eldrazi spoiler, I was very like, I don't know if this is real because of the weird the angle is, but then Wizards came out and said, yes, this is a real thing. So until Wizards says this is a thing, don't believe it, even all the way up to launch, because there have been cards that have been spoiled that didn't even come out.
First off, if you're looking towards us for Magic the Gathering financial advice, I would probably maybe just Google something else. Just run those words through a search, see what else it comes up first, and then come back here. That being said, I would probably just not invest in sets that aren't like weeks from coming out. Like even
Final
Wizards,
Fantasy,
when it comes to I think they've gotten it hammered out at this point, but even Wizards is responsible for selling stuff online that they don't have, and then it's not even in print yet. Like, they won't even print it until 6 months after you've ordered the thing, which to me sounds absolutely ridiculous. Like,
I mean, for example, they did on Arena, Magic said, if you win this thing, you're going to get a collector's box. And
I'm so glad I didn't win
guess
that.
what
like
people aren't getting? They're not getting a collector's box because the thing is, scalpers got ahead of it and bought the collector's boxes. They're not reprinting collector's boxes until all the chocobos are found because they need to know if they're all out there. Which means they could potentially never print them again.
Yep.
So there's like 500 people who have won this free collector's box who are now being told...
Is that what the numbers are?
Yeah, you're just going to get a financial equivalent to it.
Ugh.
Which could just be like a single card. Like, imagine they're just like, hey, here's an artist-proof jeweled lotus you can't use because it's banned.
Artist proof doesn't even have a back to it.
Yeah,
It's not a real card
I
anyways.
know, but it's like, fucking imagine they're like, oh, this is
Is it
worth
a Christopher Rush Black Lotus? Like,
Yeah, but like those things too.
Yeah.
Like don't invest in things that aren't out yet. Because Final Fantasy people remember there was a couple like Dark Confidant, right?
right.
Was selling for like $300 like weeks before they even released the rest of the set stuff, and people bought it, and now it's like 10 cents.
Don't worry, Chris. I'm waiting.
But yeah, that's the thing is you have to just there are things you can be excited for, and you're like, I want to get this first and things like that.
Well, yeah, obviously there's a bit of a hype on that. But what was the date? What was the release? That was like a pre-release for next year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
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 Again, I like to
it's
get excited
way too
about it, but
far.
at the same time, I'm not gonna buy that.
No, like I'm excited for like Avatar, right? But I'm not gonna go to this website that's currently selling Aang for $500.
Yeah, that and honestly,
Because what if they
Sean's
don't open
not
it?
spending any money on any Magic cards between now or between the release of Edge of Eternities
yeah.
and like at least the release of the next set.
Because Edge of Eternities, like I'm not putting any money into Spider-Man. You might, I'm not, because I'm going to be putting all my money into Edge of Eternities because this is the first set in a while that I'm like gun ho. I need to have all of this.
So I think that I'm gonna build a couple of decks together out
Mhm.
of the I'm gonna grab some Spider-Man cards, but my goal with that is to build some commander decks out of it.
I just want the lands. The lands are going to be cool because it's going to be like New
It's
York
gonna
City
be pretty
themed.
fun.
Like
yeah,
that's
the Daily Bugle.
yeah, those are going to be cool. Like, and you know me, I'm a big land person.
Yeah.
So like that's why Edge of Eternities is so like eye popping.
It's gonna be a great land set.
It's gonna be a great land set, and I need it for especially with the commander that I'm building soon with the lands matter, kill you with lands.
Yep.
And like so I need these lands, and the reason I like lands, and I've mentioned it before, is they stay on the battlefield when you use them unless they're destroyed. So it's not like I'm going to spend $600 on a counter spell that you see for a second and I put it in the graveyard. Nobody even looks at it. They just go counter.
Mm.
You don't even have to look at it. You just go counter, and they're like, okay, and it goes to the graveyard. Congrats, you saw it for all of 2 seconds, and then it's going to get covered up by whatever next blue spell you fucking play.
Mm.
So like that's why I like lands, because they're there
Yep, and they're free.
and they're free.
You want a turn.
One turn. So
Mhm.
like that's why like with Ishin, which we've talked about a lot recently. Sorry. With the lands we're getting, I'm looking at the special art versions of lands, like not right away, but eventually, because they're pretty.
Yeah.
Zendikar Expeditions are gorgeous lands. Retro arts of the fetch lands are gorgeous lands. Any of the unset lands are fucking beautiful,
Mm-hmm.
and they can always be used.
Yep. Yep.
So I will pay a premium price for lands
Mm-hmm.
because they're worth it to me, and that's the thing to always remember. If it's worth it to you, it's worth it.
Well, that and again, lands are useful to everybody. Like
yeah,
really,
that's why
they
I
just.
collect all of them as much as I can, because they're gonna be used.
However, we cannot stress enough how important basic lands are in
Yes.
Commander. Okay, basics.
They are.
all
Basics
right?
are fine. You don't need an entire deck of dual lands.
No.
There are lists I've seen of entire. I'm like, just put fucking. I have 15 basic lands still in my commander deck.
The only time that I would suggest not really worrying about basics is if you are running a colorless.
Yeah.
A waste is really, it does dodge some removal and so forth, but if you're limited to, not having
Mhm.
colors within your deck, utility lands are kind of your way to get outside the mold of artifacts.
Yeah, which I'm
so.
like in Ur-10, I'm surprised I don't even have wastes. Like I feel like I should.
No,
Really?
no, because you can run basics.
No, yeah,
They are just naturally superior to
That's
a
true.
waste. Like,
That's true. But yeah, be aware of scams on the internet when it comes to new sets.
Yep.
Don't be like this old man over here and believe the first thing you see
Hey,
from
I
even
didn't
reputable
believe- I
people.
didn't believe the first thing, which was the I think Facebook is where I
Mhm.
saw it first, and I didn't believe the article that I read about
I just
the
can't believe
posting
big
of it.
creators got tricked by it. It's like, did they not even do their research?
It wasn't until Ben had posted it, because I was like, you know what? I assume he has a schedule, and the further that we get into this release schedule and getting everything lined up appropriately, and
Oh,
so
we're
forth,
already having scheduling conflicts on things.
But
Like,
yeah, no, like yeah, you gotta like decide which one is more important and so forth. And
you need
Patreon.
to be on top of the you need to be on top of the ball. Like, I understand. Like, when like within the 30 minutes of the Mutavault being released, I made a video.
Yep.
But I did it because it was an official Wizards of the Coast release.
Yep.
Like, I thought about it and went, this is a thing that's an actual thing.
Now, I think
Same with the Chocobo.
I think Ben's thing did outline that the place was not a reputable place that had posted the pre-release, or not the pre-release, but the pre-sale stuff. But aside from that, I mean, yeah, no, like I would assume that most of his stuff
their
is
PR
like,
team must be shitting themselves.
Yeah, that was
because you have to backtrack at that point. And be like, hey, sorry if I made you waste your money.
social media at the same time is like you
hard.
gotta stay on curve with stuff. You gotta just even if it's gonna get dislikes, just drop it because interaction is key.
Yep.
So
it is. We'll move over to Keyword Corner. Or do you want to do your mail first?
Oh yeah, let's do the mail and then I'll go over to the Keyword Corner.
Sweet.
So recently I purchased a deck from and a few extra cards from Mana Pool, and we got a plethora of different packages to different addresses. I've got one here. I'm going to start with the back end. I've got Tier 1 Games out of Temecula, California. I've got Super Games Inc. out of Atlanta, Georgia. Maybe we'll stop by and see them.
Stop them, yeah.
Seipert Johnson from Gigabytes Cafe. That's a fun little
cafe.
In Marietta, Georgia. I don't know if that's probably not near Atlanta at all. Pro Stout Games from Ontario, Oregon, which that's a fun thing because Maine's normally known for doing the other names.
Yep.
Like China,
France, Paris.
Paris, yeah. There's a whole.
You can visit like the entire world in Maine.
Yep. And there's. Have you been over to the Giant Globe?
I have.
I feel like we should definitely do a shot.
That doesn't exist anymore. It's not. It still sits there, but it's not an actual place you can visit. It's now a bank.
But you can still go inside, right?
No, it's a bank. It's a private institution now. One of the largest globes in the planet, like ever produced.
I really wanted to get a shot in there because I think that would look cool, but
no.
whatever.
I went there. It used to be an encyclopedia store.
Oh, that's sick.
That's what it was. It was a map store.
I thought it was. Yeah, I was gonna say I thought it was like Garmin or something like that.
Yeah, and then that globe rotated, and it actually changed colors and lit up depending on where the sun actually was and everything.
That's pretty sick.
It's super cool, and then they shut down because as soon as GPS came out, it died.
I thought it was Garmin.
Nope.
Anyways, we've got Zatatil Trading LLC in New Jersey. And I think this is the last one, the good one. Well, they were all good. They were all packaged well. Had good stuff in them. Cape Fear Games had this really cool little. I think they printed it on there. It looks like a little goblin in some armor.
Just thank you on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
the
so
custom
awesome.
printed envelope's really cool.
Hell yeah.
It adds a nice personal touch to it.
But yeah, awesome interaction so far with Mana Pool. Those were all really. I think I got the whole deck for under $50.
Yep, and then all of our stuff came within a week.
Yeah, it was absolutely amazing.
All verified sellers, which is why that's why we ordered stuff from the own place we're doing, so we can show you guys. We got all the stuff from Mana Pool.
Yep.
It all came in, and none of it was damaged. They all had their own different types of packagings, the way they sent their cards, but they all got here.
Yeah, I was gonna say there wasn't any that. I'm sure that if you ordered like a higher end, like $150 card or whatnot, it would have a little.
It would come a little bulk. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, everything that I got was budget friendly. I think the most expensive card I got was like $12. Which again, as a seller, like if that doesn't show up, I can probably go get you another one.
Yep, exactly, and that's why buying from verified sellers is important, because a lot of the times, if they're sending a card, if it gets lost or something, they're either gonna refund you the money or they're gonna just send you the card again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how Ben Bateman got 2 of that friggin' what was it? It was a Alpha Soul Ring.
Oh yeah,
because it was stolen off his porch, and that's why he's with that Ancestral TCG as a partner now because he had a really good connection with them, and he's like, hey, they lost this, and
that-
Ancestral was like, oh, we'll send you a better one. Then.
That's really above and beyond, though. Like
that
I
was
feel
kind
like
of.
that's,
They were like, oh, you lost an Alpha Black Lotus stolen.
yeah.
We'll just send you a new Alpha Black Lotus. Oh, and we'll partner you now.
Oh yeah, we
Like,
got you.
holy shit, dude.
But yeah, no, that's and I
Hey,
think
I
he's
lost
in-
my Mishras. Could you?
I think you have to actually place the order first.
Yeah.
So,
You have to actually place the order.
which again, as a company, if you spent $3,000 in a single transaction with my company, we got you.
Yeah.
Okay? We have got. If you need me to stop by and pick up your dry cleaning, you let me know. Okay,
This
I
is
will.
on. This is on film. You
Yeah.
need to realize that if you ever buy anything from us that's $3,000, he's going to personally come out there and pick out your dry cleaning,
I'll massage your back.
no matter where
Okay.
you are. Right? No matter where you are, you're gonna go there.
Oh,
No matter what.
No,
No matter what.
no,
You said no matter what.
no. I said I'd go pick up your dry cleaning.
From where though? That means anywhere.
No. I said I'd go pick up your dry cleaning. All right.
It's on film.
Trying to hold me to something weird. Run me to Lagos to go drop off somebody's dry cleaning.
Yep.
You know what? You know how much it costs to just go to like Middle Africa? Like $2,000 in like shots
Mm.
before you buy a plane ticket.
Holy shit.
Yeah, because you have to be like, otherwise you just get malaria when you walk off the plane. I'm not
it just
kidding.
goes up your nose. It's
I'm
like,
not kidding. It's
hey,
like
here's your free malaria packet.
like don't be scared. There's obviously we have science and you know inoculations and so forth. But yeah, no, like if you go to travel to like, you know, the middle of Africa, Congo and so forth.
We don't have to do anything for Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. Did we announce that already?
Yeah, we did.
Awesome. Cool.
We did because
I,
I didn't call it Amsterdam, and don't worry, I left that in the episode
Nice.
like 6 times. But no, buying from Manipool's fine. It's great. It's awesome.
Awesome.
I'm gonna keep doing it.
experience.
Like when we first mentioned them, and I said they were at 13 million cards in their inventory, we checked last night. They're at 15 million now.
Yep. And we're actually scanning in cards to go on there as well.
Exactly.
We're,
Yep.
you
Our
know,
card store will be opening relatively soon, which we can give you the direct link to Manipool for our direct store if you want to at least buy from us, because you know we're people.
mhm.
You know where we are.
Yep.
So, but yeah, so keep an eye on that. We'll officially post it when we officially have it running.
Not yet, but to be verified sellers.
To be verified sellers.
That way I can get your dry cleaning for you when you
Yep.
buy a Mishra's factory from us.
If I even get, I need one.
See? So again, you're trying to back me in a corner where I've got to do something weird for somebody, but it's at the other end of a $6,000 stipulation, because the first one we get, you're going to have.
Yes.
Then the second one we get, we still might not sell. So there could be $9,000 because we'll get the third one, and then somebody will have to buy it from us and then need their dry cleaning picked up from a very inconvenient place. So yeah, I will take that gamble. I will take that. The whole thing.
You heard it here on the Hard Part Podcast.
Running to Lagos to go get your dry cleaning.
All right.
Oh.
Keyword corner, huh?
Keyword corner.
Now is a morbid conversation.
Ugh. You know what? I am really looking forward to this jingle because I feel like there's going to make a very nice, like, segue into the next point. We could put it on a soundboard and just play it.
For us, so we can also.
Yeah,
like,
so we know.
yeah, because I have soundboard buttons here.
Do, 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 do. It's going to be great.
It's gonna be great.
Have you heard the most recent proof?
No, but I'll listen to it tonight.
Okay.
I was up till 5:30 editing. Sorry, our editor was up to 5:30 editing.
I mean, we could have pushed it off later if we needed to. Like, this is...
No, we have to post every Monday at 9 a.m.
Well, no, that's good. And I think that we should stick to that. I just meant, like, if you needed to sleep for a little while. Like,
Yeah, no, I slept like 4 hours. I'm good.
sleep.
Yeah.
Pish posh.
Sleep is for the people who don't have things to do.
Sleep is for everyone.
That's what energy drinks are for.
No, that will only take you so far. Anyways, morbid is an ability word. It is an ability word introduced in Innistrad, and it signals that a spell or ability has different effects or additional effects, or they may only be used as if a creature has died earlier this turn.
Okay.
During the design, it was called Death Watch.
I'm glad they changed it.
I'm so glad they changed it. It sounds like
Oath of the Death Watch.
yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like what if that's what they do instead of doing a Gatewatch thing? It was actually we go to a parallel multiverse where it was actually like the Death Watch, and it was like 5 different planeswalkers that
just
came together.
Go around and massacre.
Yeah,
people.
it would be like what's the DC has that where it's like
Injustice.
the Injustice League where it's like all the bad guys like
Which somehow made DC better because they all just seem like villains.
That's what I was like. What if we get like they had to really bend Jace, like give him the love and lost, and then he's trying to find love, and then that's how they corrupted him and so forth. They could do that, and it's just like an evil Jace all the way through, like an actual badass. Give him a goatee. He's never had a goatee before.
Dude, Jace would be a great villain.
Jace with some, everybody's been afraid of him. Even Bolas said that if he knew half of what he was capable of, he'd be scary.
Yeah.
But he's not.
Yep.
Like,
and then Bolas is a good guy. He's like passing out flowers.
Yes. So I actually, I think that there was a point in the storyline where one of the first people outside of the Umezawa line, one of the first people to actually face down Bolas and take him on was Johnny. And the only reason why Johnny was able to do it is because he basically like conjured like a white mana version of Bolas to fight himself.
Rest in peace, Johnny.
And I was just thinking that's probably like the best anti-Bolas thing is if you could get like an alternate dimension Selesnyan version of Bolas.
I'd play the shit out of that.
Not only that, but think about like Bolas would like take that personally offensive.
Oh yeah, he would.
Like he would need to dismantle that thing for everything that it was.
Yep.
Like
instead of racing through Nicole Bolas's fucking litter box.
Yeah. Like
fucking Aether Drift.
But yeah, so after Innistrad, Morbid was featured in Dark Ascension, Conspiracy, Commander 2014, Modern Horizons, and without an ability word, it was featured in the Golgari Draft archetype of Core Set 21.
So it hasn't been around in a hot minute now.
Yeah, no, it's they kind of let it go. It looks like it was included as a one-of in Doctor Who and Fallout Commander decks and in Modern Horizons 3.
Morbid's cool. It's just it is one of those weird ability words that you have to like work around. It was definitely good for Innistrad because of what Innistrad is.
Fear and so forth. It's really got.
Innistrad was a good set. I mean, why do you think 99% of the bulk that I have is Innistrad? I played a lot of Innistrad.
It's so awesome. Like the top-down sets that they do like that, I think are really nice.
Flavor-wise, phenomenal. I mean, we got Emrakul. We got like the Eldrazi started coming from like
creepy places.
Yeah, from creepy.
Like we got actual Eldritch horror, not just like
like because there was the guy that turns into the rat. If you had the rat and then the human, they melded because Meld also was. I think Meld came out in Innistrad too. I think.
I don't know.
But you like flipped it, and then it was just this like guy who was walking around with a fucking bunch of rats connected to him. And then there was a flip one. Innistrad had a lot of flip cards because it was all like the night stuff, nighttime werewolves and vampires. And did Meld come out?
Meld cards and similar double-faced cards were introduced in Eldritch Moon,
which is in the Innistrad stuff
and reused in the Brothers War.
You like that?
Yeah,
huh? See,
nice.
There's a little bit of my game knowledge.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. It's only because there's a shit. I have so many of them.
I know. Like I've only ever seen the rats in the wild, and like at singles and whatnot. And then I noticed that you had the one guy, and I was like the second half of it. I'm like, cool. I could finally play that.
I want to.
And then I saw that like
because it makes sense.
You just have like stacks of both of them.
Yes, I played it's because remember. In drafts, people just leave commons and uncommons behind, and so I just scooped them.
P.S. There was a uncommon from Aether Drift that I pulled last night.
Oh, yes.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I've always known about that. Yeah.
Just an $8 uncommon sorcery?
Yeah.
What the
It's
hey?
very good. It's the only one I have, too, which is crazy.
Is it the only one?
Yeah, I bought a lot of fucking Aether Drift.
Yeah,
and
well,
that's
I mean...
the only one I have.
It's probably like one of those...
rare uncommons.
Yeah, I think they go by 1, 2, and 3, and basically what it is the number of times that it'll show up on its sheet.
It's like
so if it's
Sid is 1.
Yeah, if it's
Sid only has one.
if
that
it's
comes
like
on.
an uncommon 3, there'll be 3 of them printed on the sheet.
Yep, which means you could get like 3 of them in a box.
Yeah.
Those are actual like statistical numbers that do exist because like Sid is 100% a 1 because there's not a lot of them.
Right.
Oh, excuse me. That's why Sid's like a $5 fucking uncommon too.
But yeah, check your bins
stock
for
up?
that $8 uncommon.
Stock up, stockpile, stock.
Stock up, I think is what I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I think it's stock up.
But yeah, I was
it's
like,
a good uncommon
so
though
I'm
too.
like, "Bling," and then I looked to see, it's like $8.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the most expensive uncommon we have.
That's wild.
You know what's a $5 rare? Is the bears. The pale bears.
Oh yeah, the pale bears. Check your old stuff for pale bears.
Pale bears from Ice Age. It's a rare from Ice Age.
it's
That's like
2 in a blue
It's
for
like
a
$6.
summon bears. They have Island Walk, and there's a 2-2.
That's it. That's it.
It's yep.
But it's like $5.
It's not even a polar bear. It's a pale bear.
Yeah, it's like $5. We're like, what the fuck? Why?
I'm like, check this one out.
'Cause
He's
we're-
like, it's $5.
Yeah, because we're scanning through all of our stuff, obviously, so we can start selling it and knowing it and things like that. So we're actually going through the collection, and it's like, what?
It's
There's
kind
some,
of
There's
addictive.
some weird things that we found too that are like just like worth money.
kind of a-
Galvanic Blast is like
Oh.
$5 a piece.
Yeah, and well, that's a great card. Like really,
It
when
is.
it comes down to
It's
it.
always. I mean, the first time I saw it, I was like, this is just. It was used in standard like crazy
Mhm.
when that came
That's
out.
the Jumpstart one, right?
It is.
Yeah.
No, it's Galvanic Blast came from Scars.
No, I mean, what?
I think. Look at Galvanic Blast.
I could just look at my magical computer thing here.
our devices that are only used for magic at this point.
Yeah.
It's my magic phone, my magic black hole.
You know what? That's a good. I should actually like redesign my interface. I redesign my interface every once in a while. I should just do that.
Did you know?
Magic top down.
Here's why he's looking for that. A fun fact about cell phones. In
Yes.
your dreams,
Metalcraft.
thank you. In your dreams, you do not see your cell phone screen because our brains cannot understand how they work.
Yeah.
So, in your
Well-
dreams, you'll never actually. That's why they're like black hole boxes. You see them in your dreams, but there's nothing on the screens ever because your brain can't like connect why it's there.
You ever like secretly an expert on something and you don't realize how much of an expert you are on it until somebody else starts talking about
Is
it?
this it right here?
Yeah, this is one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I brought up one time that you don't ever do any like lucid dreaming.
Yep.
Yeah. No, that's 100. Yeah, that's like basic level stuff.
Yeah.
You can't read when you're in
Yep.
when you're dreaming either because it comes from the So if you can see visually, you're using the artistic side of your brain,
Yeah.
the creative side of your brain, and so you can't access letters and so forth.
Which
so
is
when
what
you see
which is what
something-
Wizards of the Coast does when they make sets recently.
if you're sitting down and you're watching something or you're reading something in your brain or in your dream, you actually go to the other part of your brain to like read that stuff. Or the other interesting one is you could stay in your memory generation area and have basically like a relooping deja vu,
Yep.
where you're literally just making it up. Like your brain is literally just tricking itself into like you're doing what we're telling you right now. That's what you're imagining is just what we're telling you in this text. So yeah,
It's also weird to think that we're just a brain. Like
Oh.
what we are right now talking, we're just a brain.
always takes me back to that scene
so
from RoboCop 2 where the
Yeah.
thing like
Yep.
that's a great visual.
And
That may
that's
get us
And
demonetized.
that's morbid.
That is morbid. Yeah. Yep. Definitely like
yeah, morbid's one of those things where it probably will never come back unless it's on like one-offs in certain sets and
and it's great for it's very flavorful.
any
it's
horror
so
stuff.
flavorful. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good when it comes down to the horror stuff. But other than that, it's kind of a weird one to use.
Yep.
It's not like even Metalcraft you just brought up is so good. But, like,
Metalcraft is so ridiculously synergistic with itself. It's kind of like
Yeah.
Landfall. Like I think Landfall is just more synergistic with Magic. Like, oh, you're playing Magic? Well, you're probably playing a land each turn, so have fun with that. Whereas Metalcraft is like, well, you know what? You should probably have something good happen to you if you have lots of artifacts. Are you playing lots of artifacts?
if you're playing artifacts, here's the thing. Every commander deck's gonna have at least 3 artifacts. on it.
Yes, exactly.
A Soul Ring, an Arcane Signet, and any other mana rock.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Every single commander deck is metalcraft.
Yep.
So, but yeah, we'll
Rocks.
rocks. Next up, deck spotlight, right? Or am I out
Yeah.
of order?
Did you want to take a stab? And then we
Yeah.
can go every other. We've got a good one that we've been working on there.
We do. So, deck spotlight, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Dun, 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 dun.
We have, and it's really funny. That's what I didn't screenshot, but I know a lot of it off the top of my head, and you have it too.
I was gonna say, would you like? Yeah, because then you can see.
So, we have been brewing a deck for a little bit. When we went to the Sports Card Expo, that's really funny. When we went to the Sports Card Expo, I sent out my original first ever rare, Corona the False God.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent her out to get graded. It came back a 7, which I think is bullshit. And I think I'm going to crack the slab and send it to PSA because I don't think it's a 7.
I think you're right. I think we should film that and see what happens.
I don't think it's a 7.
I don't think so either. How could it be? Nothing's happened to that. It's basically been in a sleeve its entire life.
Literally its whole life.
Like, yeah, no,
It's like mint condition.
I've looked at
I would
it.
at least get an 8.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna start, like, if it were an 8, I'd probably just eat it and be like, you know what, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
But a 7? No.
Nah.
I've seen... Dude, they're gem minting zeros now.
Yeah, no, that's the other thing that
They're
it, like,
gem minting things with stamps that are off. This is a 7.
yeah,
I
agree.
So my original name for the deck, because it's Corona, my original name was COVID-19. Tom named it 2020 the deck. So, the premise of our idea for Corona was to consume mass chaos.
Yes.
So, with a name like Corona, you kind of have to, right?
If you pilot this deck and you're like, I'm gonna win the game, you should put it down and go get a different deck.
Yes, this deck does have a little bit of a win condition, but a lot of it's more of just ensuing chaos and having judge as much as you can. So, Corona the False God says that it's Wooburg in 1, which, first of all, that extra 1 it takes forever. It has haste. It's a 5/5. That says at the beginning of each player's upkeep, they untap Corona and gain control of Corona. Whenever it attacks, creatures of a type of your choice gain +3/+3 until end of turn. Why would you want to give your commander to everybody and make them stronger every single turn?
Wait a second, Sean. Before you answer that question, could I just make, like, a lot of them and give them a bunch of them instead?
You absolutely can, Tom. So, our idea was, what if we made non-legendary copies of Corona? And just, like, pass them around the battlefield. But then, oh shit, they can just attack us with their own copies.
Yeah, then there comes the problem where you could be putting yourself at
Yeah.
risk.
What if we just gave them goad? Okay. And then we're like, hold on, wait, this idea could actually work. So, what you do, essentially, is you need to have a couple of things in motion ahead of time. You need to make sure you have cards in your hand that allow you to create non-legendary copies. So, or like other cards like Auton Soldier from the Doctor Who that it enters the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield except it isn't legendary.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of this holds on you need to create non-legendary tokens. Then you also need to make sure that they're indestructible, can't be sacrificed, because you don't want them to just destroy.
Assault suit.
Yeah, you don't want to be giving these non-legendary tokens to people and then just go, I'm just going to sacrifice it because then I don't have to do anything with it.
Mm.
The first 2 copies of Corona are pretty easily manageable in your mind. You just pass it over to the next player, and you pass it over to the next player, and you keep doing that, and you just go in circles. What happens when you make 17 copies of Corona that all move on different turns on different board states constantly?
You know, Sean, that's interesting. Is there any way that we could make that more complex?
There is. You play Time Sifter.
Time Sifter? Sean, what does Time Sifter do?
Time Sifter says that at the beginning of every player's upkeep, keep that in mind, everybody flips the top card of their library. Whoever has the highest converted mana cost takes an additional turn after this one. But what happens if the additional turn happens? Oh, you flip again.
Yeah.
And
so
then on that next one, you flip again. And you keep doing that.
Essentially, what happens at this point once you play Time Sifter is until it's removed, first off, you want to mark whose turn it was when this happened.
Because eventually, if you destroy Time Sifter, it'll go back to that player. So you need to remember who started the Time Sifter loop.
But from the time that Time Sifter kicks off its first round until it's destroyed, it will just continue to dictate what the next turn order is by that clashing process.
Yes, so it will be a random person's turn every single time Time Sifter goes off.
And that random person will be getting all of the Coronas.
Yes, because you have to also remember, every single time the extra turns happen, Corona moves. So this is where the idea of like the whole 2020 COVID-19 idea came in, because it was a kind of confusing time.
Yeah.
Right? There was a lot going on. A lot of people don't remember what happened with COVID. So Time Sifter, with you passing around COVID and then giving them goads so they can't attack you, you're basically playing in the United States and blaming everybody else for COVID. And you're just moving it around.
Unfortunately, Corona is a 5-color creature. Otherwise, it would have made it just a red, white, and blue deck.
Yes, that'd be funny. But basically, like I said, you need to have things in it, like doubling season to create a shit ton of them. Double major for when you first play it, you immediately create a copy of Corona. The win condition is you play things like Ghostly Prison, Ristic Study, things like that to really protect yourself. You need to basically make everybody else fight each other as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Then when it comes down to the final two of you, you play the land that I don't remember off the top of my head, but you tap it and you gain control. Every player gains control of everything they own. Guess what you own? You own all of the copies of Corona. So you basically move the entire board back to you and you swing out for lethal. So it is a very hard deck to win.
Yes.
Because you need to basically like really confuse the fuck out of everybody to the point where they don't understand what's happening anymore.
For a $650, yeah, because you have to realize this is just the craziness that's happening with your deck, and we're talking like turn 6 in a 4-person commander game.
Yes.
So who knows what else is on the field at this point?
Yeah, because you're also playing things like Mirror Box, which like makes
erases the legend rule.
All pirated copy, Orvar the All form, propaganda, so you can protect yourself, quantum misalignment. A lot of these cards we're not going to like start throwing all of them on the screen. This is why we created a Mox account, so you guys can start to see these. We'll still put some up on the screen and everything, but
I will get that into our link tree. I'll probably swap out our Ko-Fi for right now for our Mox field. And then any of the decks that we talk about, I'm going to try and retroactively go through and put the old ones in there. But going forward, any of the decks that we talk about will be in our Mox field, and we will, this one, I changed the name because I'm trolling Sean, but we can keep it the same or go back. They'll just be under the listing of whatever deck name that we're talking about.
Yeah, because what you also do is you do things like you play John Eridicus, which at the beginning of your end step, target opponent gains control of up to one target creature you control. So yeah, that's where if you have multiple copies of Corona that are about to move, you can like move it to the person next to you instead of the next person, so that you can like really confuse the board state on where these copies are going.
Where are these going?
And then you put +2/+2/+1/+1 counters on it, and it's goaded for the rest of the game.
Oh,
and
yeah, so it gives
can't
you
be sacrificed.
Okay, so yeah, those are the two main things right there. Is it gets goaded, so it has to attack for the
anybody
rest of the game.
who isn't you, and it has to attack every turn if able.
Yep.
So basically what it does is it forces every single person to be aggressive with the copies of Corona.
Yeah,
because
I feel like
then
goad is the real winner in this deck.
Yes, because what you're going to do is they no longer can pay attention to what their deck does, because they have to figure out what's going on with all of these copies of Corona.
Yeah.
They need to figure out, I have 6 copies of Corona that I have to attack with this turn. Really?
Yep.
Is that so?
Yep.
All right. You guys hear that? That's dinner being made. But then you do things like you play Holy Day that prevents combat damage against you. Homeward Path is the land. You tap it. All you do is tap it. And each player gains control of all creatures they own.
Do we do the
You also play Helm of the Host, which is really silly.
Helm of the Host is
He
hilarious.
just plays
in this
Helm of the
deck.
Host with it.
Yeah, because so that's the fun thing is, so going back to the gain all creatures that you own.
Yep.
If somebody makes a copy under their control,
Mm-hmm.
wait a second,
Judge. Yeah, there you go. This is where the judge calls start to come into play.
Who owns that token
you
copy?
still
Because
own it.
even under their control, or does it
Yes.
does it spawn under your control since you own and
It
control
spawns
the
under
Helm of the
your
Host?
control under Helm of the Host.
Okay.
So this is why it's important because, yes, if somebody's like, I'm going to make a copy of Corona, they don't own the copy of Corona still. You do because it's your creature.
That's true. So here's the
And
other
even
fun
if it
part.
didn't, it's just going to
What
pass
if-
around the field anyway.
Here's the real question. What happens if they throw their Helm of the Host on Corona when she comes through? Then does somebody else, does that copy get made? Is it theirs? I believe so. But then their Helm of the Host will be floating around to different players making.
Yes.
That's very. Yeah, see, the possibility. This is going to be the most fun deck to watch.
Yes, because the thing is, you're not going to really friggin' do anything with it, right? The win condition is just create enough chaos where people don't want to really play it.
That we ran the all three of them, Holy Day, Fog, and Darkness, right?
Yep, because it's 5 color. Because
Yeah.
we want to make sure you want to protect yourself as much as possible.
Yeah.
Because in order for this deck to work, you need to not be the enemy.
You're going to be target number one the moment that anyone figures out what you're trying to do.
The moment you play Time Sifter, people are going to want to get rid of Time Sifter.
Oh,
so you
you're
also
not-
need to find ways to protect Time Sifter. Because,
That's fair.
Because, you need to make Time Sifter indestructible. Because if you don't, it's going to be artifact hated.
And I don't know. Time Sifter is just more of just a piece of craziness to add in.
Time Sifter is fun because a lot of people don't realize it exists. I didn't know it exists. It's from Scars of Mirrodin. It's a 5-cost artifact, and it's not legendary.
I should try. Maybe I should just put that in my. You're right. It's not legendary.
No, you can just create copies of time.
Because not all of your things are create a copy of
no.
target creature. Some of them are
No.
target permanent.
So what you do is so if you have 2 Time Sifters out, you have to resolve the first one to create an additional turn. Then you have to resolve the next one, which creates an additional turn. So now you have.
So you won't even get off the fucking You'll actually have to keep track of who's doing what, and you'll have to keep track of how many turns they get, because you won't even get off the merry-go-round after everything's blown up, because you'll still be going through the extra turns that people have gotten from the extra turns within the next. That's a separate game just to figure out whose fucking turn it's gonna be. This is beautiful. I love the way that's
Time
and-
Shifter should
and
just
that-
be banned because it's confusing.
and that is ultimately what 2020 turned into,
did.
is infinite time
yeah, because
on some scales.
I don't remember 2019 to 2023.
yeah,
I don't
literally
know.
hid
I
in the
can't
woods.
tell you anything that happened during that time period.
Oh, I just went creative as hell.
Yeah.
Made all kinds of shit.
But that's why we made the deck, because it kind of fits with the theme of it, and it's just I've wanted to make a deck with Corona for so long, but the problem is it's a really weird niche deck to make.
It's
Because why would you ever want to give your commander to somebody and give them more benefits to having? Because she has haste too, so she can attack the turn it's given.
even in the situation that we're putting her in, it is kind of a chaotic thing. It's a really difficult deck to or it's a really difficult commander to build around. She'd probably
Yeah.
make a decent one of the 99.
Yeah.
But she's also 5 colors, so
But that's where we said you need to really also have kind of an experienced play group to play with this deck. Because Time
You need a
Sifter's hard.
judge.
You need a judge.
Like-
because we've even just play testing it, right? Just between the two of us, with the minimal amount of chaoticness you can make, we had a really hard time trying to figure out
what even happens there.
Yeah, we were like, what's this interaction? Does this happen here? Is this and we had to stop, and we had to ask Reddit a few times and Facebook
Yeah.
groups and be like, what does this interaction do? And then people literally responded going, what?
Why are you doing
Why
that?
are you doing that? There's an easier way to do it. We're like, that's not the point. We're
That's
doing
not
it
the
this
point.
way.
We're just trying to work this backwards now.
Yep.
Yep.
That's the deck tech we've been working on for a while, and it's silly.
I don't expect a lot of people to jump on it. What was the price tag on that? Like
It was
$650, $700.
It's
Yeah, it's
mild. It's only expensive because of a couple of the pieces that are like staples in EDH, like the Helm of the Host is like played a lot.
yeah, but that's only like $5, isn't it?
Is it?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Helm of the. Let me look it up on Manipool.com.
Manifold.com. Use our reference.
Manipool.com.
.com.
I'm taking over the internet now.
Yeah, you might as well. Holy shit! What is she pounding out there?
The meat.
Ah, she's beating the meat.
Yeah, literally like tenderizing the pork.
Holy fuck, dude.
Yep. Yeah, don't piss her off, man.
Dude, your wife scares the shit out of me sometimes.
Honestly, she's scared a lot of people.
But
I'm not surprised.
She's so sweet.
She's
though.
awesome. Yeah,
she's awesome. Like I visit her like every day on like she's working on my tents
Yeah.
for when I'm walking around and stuff. I just go visit and say hi and then like patronize her for a little bit and then leave. It's like 90% of what I do is I'll like just patronize her.
What card was I looking up again?
Helm of the Host.
Helm of the Host.
Look at that.
Yep.
And then you had a deck tech you were gonna kind of touch upon as well, right?
I did. That's not what I wanted. Helm of the Gods. Clicked on it on accident.
Yeah, same thing. Oh yeah, and then we also have Temple of the False God in the deck, which is absolute garbage, but we needed it for flavor.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to. I mean, if you're playing Corona the False God, you have to have the Temple of the False God.
Oddly enough, it doesn't even really help caster because she only costs the one extra.
Yeah.
So unless you're filtering it, which we don't have filter lands in there
literally
anyways,
just there.
it's literally just there. It's just excess frivolous, and you can't use it. It's 5 or more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's flavor.
Yeah, it's just flavor.
It's just flavor.
So that's my bad. I guess it's ringing at like $11-$12.
Still
upwards of 16. That's not bad.
Still not bad. What is your deck?
So
Your deck.
my deck. I'm gonna show you my deck. Come out back to my deck.
Remember, he lives in the woods.
Actually, the back deck is the server that I've got named, or that's the name of my private Discord server for my personal workings. Anyhow, I have for this week. We said we were going to do a Trescadecaphobia. Trescadecaphobia. Here we are
I think
again.
it's Discophobia.
You know, I didn't offend anyone when I said it.
I can't wait to have to reuse this exact same fucking file in this episode because
that's
every
so
single
funny.
time I don't know if you got to that part, but every single time we
Nope.
said it, I put the pronunciation. Every single time we said it.
That's hilarious.
Yep. It was a lot.
So anyhow, I decided to build around the 13 hating or loving enchantment, fearing, a 13 fearing enchantment from, I forgot where it's from. It's Innistrad, one of those creepy horror
Shadows.
ones. Shadows,
It's
is it?
also from Shadows.
Nice.
Yeah.
The today's magic fact went through and counted up and listed all the different things that there are 13 of in
Nice.
so that one's a lot of fun. We did some showcasing on the art.
It was the artwork for that card. That's probably one of the better flavor cards Magic's ever made, honestly.
Also, if you include the space, there are also 13 letters or 13 characters in the artist's name, which I'm sure wasn't like planned, but it makes
What a
like the 14th
crazy
thing.
cool thing. Yeah.
But anyhow, I wanted to. This is what I was talking about before. When I do a top-down deck from a theme, it's really easy for me to just like go into the 5-color. But with this one, there is a 5-color perfect like horror-themed commander in the Reaper King, who's pretty budget-friendly, actually, when you get down to it. And he's pretty scary if you just play into that Scarecrow thing just a little bit. So he's got a weird mana cost, but he's basically Wooburg or 10 generic or any combination or some combination therein. And then he is a 6/6 that can give all other scarecrows +1/+1. And when another scarecrow comes into play under your control, you destroy target permanent.
I love him.
Which is so amazing that he has a fucking Death Star gun on this scarecrow.
Yes.
Like,
So Reaper King was the original commander you used for Mir.
You know, you could still very easily use him and then just, again, grab a Maskwood Nexus. You have 2 or 3 things that you could search up.
Yeah.
Like,
He's pretty cool. He's a cool little dude. They've only ever reprinted him like 4 times, but they never changed the art.
But I did obviously run like a couple of shapeshifters, your ambioid changeling, adaptive automation, and so forth.
Changelings are great to use in like anything.
Yeah, that and
Any theme decks.
They boost everybody too, so they really are handy. But I also went for some flavor wins. We got the Bog Brew Witch, the Cauldron, and the Newt.
Are you playing Agatha's? Not Agatha's. Yeah, Agatha's Cauldron.
No, not the. No, that one was little. That one's like $6 or $8. That one's, and it didn't really do a whole lot. There's not a lot of creature abilities on here. So
this is the first time I've ever sat cross-legged in this thing, and I'm probably never gonna sit any
I would
other
say,
way.
really,
This
it
is
looks horribly uncomfortable.
So comfy. It helps me stay propped up because I slide down whenever we sit because I've got little legs. So like I hang off the edge.
You know, I don't normally see you in shorts, and I was gonna make mention of your tiny legs, but then I didn't want you to get self-conscious.
No,
about
I know
it,
I have
so.
tiny legs, and look how fucking white they are, dude.
Yeah, they are whiter than you would assume.
Yeah, I don't wear shorts ever.
But anyhow, I also threw in some stuff like Drift of Phantasms, again, Spirit, kind of. But it also has transmute for the same cost that we can get. Yeah, so you can go pull that guy out. Face of Fear, Festering Newt, like I said, Grave Crawler, Scuttlemutt. Where's the one? Sir Conrad the Grim. That's a great one. He's
Grim.
a win condition by himself. Triskaidekaphile. Why is that so much easier to say?
Triskaidekaphile.
Yeah, Triskaidekaphile. You can just.
Isn't that that's the one?
Triskaidekaphobia. Ha! I did it.
Oh shit! No, but here's the thing. Remember,
Supercalifragilistic.
we literally talked about it last week when I said that Triskaidekaphile is somebody. It's somebody who touches 13-year-olds. So I guess that's what that card does.
No, it's somebody who's.
Anything with file means that, isn't
No,
it? Isn't that
so
what
it's a lover of. You know, you're probably right. Except there's no children in this one. Okay, because that's where the children comes in is the other part of the word that I'm not going to say for just flagging purposes.
Yep.
But anyhow, speaking of crying a lot, the one crazy card in here, which I recently found, and I'm going to put into my Black Panther deck because absolutely amazing wild effect in Commander. But it's Squallmonger, okay, and I'm gonna flavor it up to be Killmonger within the.
What's Squallmonger do?
Squallmonger is a creature monger for 3 and a green. She's a 3/3, and for 2, you can have her deal 1 damage to each creature with flying, and any player may play this ability.
That's so weird.
So in this
can
deck,
just fucking...
it adds a level of chaos to being able to just like adjust the life total in this deck. In any game of Commander, it is something that you just have to know about because at any point, if somebody has more life and enough mana,
they could just fucking...
Anybody has a flying threat? Nope, not anymore.
That's pretty silly.
Yeah, so
That's
like just
really
having it
silly.
on the board is going to be absolutely just like chaos.
I like that though.
And then let's see what else. We've got Bone Shards, Crippling Fear, Fortuitous Find. What do you know? Can get you up to 2 cards out of your graveyard if you play it right. Moan of the Unhallowed.
We're never gonna get rid of Fortuitous Find now.
No,
Dude.
no. It's such a great
if you
card.
if you guys didn't watch that full episode for some reason, we did a opening of repacks, and one of the packs had 13 fortuitous finds in a row inside of it.
And then in a separate, non-related pack of cards, I think we were going through some bulk that we had that was not integrated with this at all. There was another stack of like 7 or 8 just fortuitous finds.
It was a fortuitous find.
And then, like I said, the full deck list will be up on the
Mox field.
But obviously, Triskaidekaphobia, Triskaidekaphile. Anyhow, it has a lot of search cards for it and so forth. And then, basically just get it out there and then manipulate life totals until shit goes awry. It'll be fun.
So both of our themes were fuck the board state.
Yes, exactly.
Which, once again, Commander's a fun game. So, what was your hot take? Because you said you had a hot take this week.
No, I didn't have a hot
didn't?
take.
Okay.
No, I was really into your...
Oh, yes. So speaking of fucking the board state, because EDH is supposed to be a fun casual format.
Right.
Our Reddit roundup this week is exactly about EDH. You notice a lot of our things are about EDH for Reddit roundup, but that's because EDH brings out the worst of people for some reason. There's just a lot more to it than like standard, because standard's just the same thing. Just play Izzet Prowess and just fucking walk on people.
Well, I think that it's got a larger entry door for like to bring people in, and then you can just build a commander deck, and then that's it. You don't have to stay relevant or anything like that.
So, our Reddit roundup this week is from r/Magic the Circle Jerking, which is a newer Reddit that has come out of nowhere, which is really silly.
It came out of that fucking graphic.
The graphic,
is what it did.
which we will not put the graphic up, but you can just search it yourself if you want
you know
to.
what we all know what the graphic is. We don't need to put that up anywhere.
So it is from...
Also, if you're into that, way to go, man. That seems like just kind of logistical thing to like pull off.
I'm going to end it all. So it's from user J. Karnacki from a day ago. EDH is ruining the game. Commander is ruining the game, like it or not. Simple and to the point, Magic was never supposed to be a cash cow or face of the game, let alone never was or is supposed to be a casual format.
I think he meant Commander.
Yeah, this is Commander.
You said Magic.
No, it says Magic was never supposed to be a cash cow or face of the game, let alone never was or is supposed to be a
face of what
format.
game?
Magic. Apparently, he thinks
Magic was supposed to be the face of Magic.
He thinks Commander is supposed to be the face. Yeah.
Yeah. I
get it. Okay.
I think that he misspoke.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell, it was created and played by level 4 judges. It was supposed to be a format that allowed players to mess around with cards that normally couldn't see play with one another. Sure, you can play your weird janky Griffin tribal deck, but even the point wasn't supposed to be if you were playing a bad deck. The point was supposed to... I'm sorry, I have to zoom in because I'm on a bigger tablet and small words. Then I must play a bad deck. With the new bracket system... is written perfectly clear that it is not okay to have a consistent deck. That's why fast mana and tutors, things that help decks, are considered game changers. The RC, and now Wizards of the Coast, are trying to demean players for simply building well-made decks, and even if the game plan is bad or derpy like Griffin's, but with all the fast mana and tutors allowed so that it at least can be functional, now that's seen as a bad if someone shows up with a precon, which most are now 3s, despite not having any game changers for the most part. There were 7 apostrophes in that, by the way. So, I love this format. I do. But that's why I feel so strongly about the subject as both a Commander player, but also just someone who loves playing Magic the Gathering. Now the game is dying. No. But is it growing? Not really. Okay. And part of this is Commander's fault, as it is trying to introduce new to the scene of people to the game type that was if not the most difficult format to play, that is coming from someone who played a lot of Legacy and Modern. Now, I won't deny I don't know how this can really be fixed, but I don't know that this intense fascination that was to the coast is making a commander the face of the game needs to stop. It's ruining modern, legacy, standard draft, etc., etc. This also doesn't take into consideration the types of commander players that also degrade the integrity of the game, but that's a whole different rant. Too long didn't read. Magic isn't dying, but Commander being the focal point of which the coast focused, and their clear misdirection of the format in attempting to make this equitable with their new bracket system is harming the reputation and integrity of the game we, the community, tried so hard to keep intact. P.S. Mana Crypt and Jeweled Lotus bans need to be reversed. If you think otherwise, perhaps you need to take a hard look at the history of Commander, fast mana, and the efficiency that should be a determining factor on the power level of a deck. This guy's an idiot.
I was going to say, what spot are you taking on this one?
This guy's an idiot.
Yeah, because honestly, I feel like
It's
a lot
not
of what
killing
he
the
said is
game.
not educated to begin with.
It's bringing people to the game.
It is bringing people to the game.
Oh, it's killing Magic. No, it's not. Magic it has the most amount of players it has ever had in the history of Magic with the release of Final Fantasy, which had a lot of good Commander cards in it.
Also, I would like to attack the fast mana thing. I was really surprised the last time that I looked at the Game Changer thing. The only one that might be on there fast mana-wise.
Every tutor is on there.
So every tutor's on there. Okay, and that totally makes sense. But
Yeah.
fast mana, I'm thinking of stuff like Dark Ritual. I'm thinking Mana Geyser. I'm thinking maybe not Rite of Flame. That takes a while to get going. Simian Spirit Guide, Elvish Spirit Guide.
Those are fast mana.
Lotus Petals, like things like so that you can cast something for cost on turn 1 or 2.
Yeah.
That's overpowered, but none of those are game changers.
No.
Like
Because they're not game changers. 'Cause
they're not.
Do you know what you can do against a Simian Spirit? Wait, you can't counter a Simian Spirit Guide.
You can't counter it, but you can counter the spell that they're casting afterwards.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Like
Commander is not.
you can't stifle it though.
Yeah, the thing is, they're saying that Wizards of the Coast is putting too much focus on Commander. Okay, they've been doing that for 10 years now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where are you at? What was the dating on that thing? Like,
Yeah.
what
The
specific?
fact that he's like from a legacy and modern player, that's because that's why you're an a-hole about it, because you're a legacy modern player and you're pissed off because they're not making cards for your specific niche format that's overly priced.
Which they kind of are in the power creep, because that's the only thing I can imagine you're talking about when it comes to it's ruining standard, because standard is standard. It's isolated within its its group of cards, like it is, and it changes too.
Yeah.
So I can get if you're saying that power creep within Commander is causing like power creep within like the standard sets, but at the same time, standard always has had its very own dynamic, and even if it is overpowered or underpowered, like it will rotate out. That part of standard is that it can change. It does
Yes.
change.
And Commander, it makes me a little mad when he says that Commander's ruining the game. No, it's not. There's literally more players now than when I first started playing Magic. By a lot.
Killing the game, and maybe this is something being a seasoned player, killing the game is one of those things that I always hear is like, as a WoW player, when you hear people are like, this is the next WoW killer. It's like, WoW was the WoW killer. You know what killed WoW? Classic.
Yeah.
Okay, like the thing that they were talking about being the big bad that people were going to take out, that was the bar, is that you had to take down WoW as a new game.
Yeah.
Nothing hit that. In fact, it did it to itself. Nothing will take out Magic but Magic.
Yep. The basically the everybody's saying that he's just an idiot. The only people agreeing with him are his fellow modern players. But
Which again is probably based on the power creep end.
yeah, but you realize that you know what is still scary in modern? Merfolk.
Can be.
Commander has had no doing with that.
Oh yeah, there's not a well.
Okay, that's his work.
Okay, let's not talk about the power level of Merfolk.
But like,
Which, by the way, I'm thinking of brewing up. I don't know if we talked about that on here. If this
there's a
is in the
Simic.
pre-thing.
There is a Simic fucking Merfolk I was looking at.
There's
too.
a Simic Merfolk,
There
huh?
is a Simic Merfolk.
There we go. We're gonna get that
There is a Simic
Little Mermaid
Merfolk.
deck going.
Yeah, but Commander is not killing Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Commander is actually improving the state of Magic
Mm-hmm.
because they do every single set. They're saying, oh, they're only releasing things for Commander. No, they're not. I mean, look at Final Fantasy is a good standard set. It's not just a Commander thing. There are things that are good in Commander, but
I would go so far as to say that if Commander did not exist, Magic wouldn't exist.
I actually agree with that because there is a lot of focal points they have to put on Commander when they're releasing cards, right? And yeah, it was created as a fun format, but there's a lot of things that were created as fun formats.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, Standard wasn't even like a huge. I mean, Standard always kind of existed, but like it wasn't like a.
Standard was by design made to sell new sets.
Yes.
Some of the first outlines to Standard were that you had to have 4 ofs in different
Yep.
sets.
Yeah.
That being said, Standard is the living it is the living, breathing portion of Magic. It is where the lifeblood is, where like all the new focus on new cards goes and so forth.
Which is actually a nice thing because then it lets you play the new cards without having to worry about this muddled in mixture of Commander.
Yeah,
If you don't like Commander, just play fucking Standard and shut up.
Drop $300. Go hop into, like you could probably actually get into a working Standard deck for $150.
My favorite thing is when modern players think they're the best players in the world, and then you stick them in Standard and they eat rocks.
No. See, that's the problem. So, modern is a fun format.
It
and
is
I
a
don't
fun
wanna
format.
just, like,
The thing is, I do like Modern,
I-
right?
yeah.
But people who exclusively play in Modern and then complain about Commander, you're just playing Modern Commander.
I mean, yeah, really. when
Modern
you think
is
about
just
it.
Commander
Because if
in
you're
a smaller deck that you can have
if
4
you're
of.
serious, like if you're a serious Magic the Gathering player,
Dude, Modern is a great format.
Legacy.
Oh yeah, Legacy. Yeah,
That's what I like. Modern is by de facto like they are just kind of the middle kids. like-
Modern is literally the format when people are like, "Oh, I have this deck I want to play you with, this 60 card format deck." It's just Modern.
It's just called Tron. It's just this neat little thing.
It's just Modern. Modern is like the largest section of Magic you could play, other than Commander. Commander can use literally anything from anything except for banned cards,
yeah.
and so can't Modern for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Modern is just 60 card Commander that you can use 4 ofs.
Mm. See, and I think that Modern is it's more just like it's for the people who obviously don't have enough money to play Legacy.
But
and
have a lot of money where Standard is just like
Yeah,
looking down upon.
well, yeah, I feel like there's definitely a Venn diagram there of like people who like have invested money in it and they're they want to just stick to a deck that they can
Modern
play
is an
regularly.
expensive format because now you're playing very expensive of 4 ofs.
But you can also get fairly into like a decent budget. Like mono red is powerful and cheap. Okay, and we've seen that even in Standard.
It is powerful and cheap.
There's not a format where you could not walk into like with a mono red deck, except maybe Commander, and not at least walk away with a couple of wins.
You can turn 1 win in Modern like all the time
Mm-hmm.
in red for not a lot of money. So before you start saying that Commander's ruining Magic, look at red.
Modern
Look at
Masters. That was printed for Modern, and yeah, you can say that it was heavily influenced by Commander, but Commander has its own Masters products. We as Commander players,
I'm buying Modern Masters packs for things for Commander.
yeah.
I literally bought some the other day for some Modern Horizons too.
I think to be fair, that's the outline that he's trying to point out.
Oh, whatever. But like, here's the thing: it's not. My girlfriend got into Magic because of Commander.
Yeah.
She would have never touched Magic if it wasn't for Commander.
Yeah, that's the one that we keep going back to. I brought up playing some 60 card stuff, and you're just like, oh, I'm working on this Commander deck. I'm kind of invested in right now.
I like 60 card format, right? But
it makes sense, but you're not emotionally attached to that 60 card deck.
no,
Like
all of the decks I'm building in Commander, I have a very big reason for, and they're
Mhm.
all big. Like for example, yeah, of course I'm a weeb. Yeah, look at this. I have the red sun on my chest, and the back of this is the Waves of Tsushima, which is a Japanese thing, because I like Japanese culture, and samurai's really cool.
I was gonna say, you could have not said that and made yourself look less.
Yeah, but the thing is, Commander is a very emotionally connected
It
format.
is. It is. And,
You are
again,
connected. Like, dude,
even if you're not into the game, You connect yourself to that commander, boom, that becomes the life link between you and the game.
Yeah. Do you know who ran a modern podcast for 10 years and now plays Commander as his main format?
Who might that be, Sean?
Ben Bateman.
Ben Bateman, you say?
So here's the thing, right? This guy's saying, "Oh, modern, I'm a modern player. Modern this, modern that. Commander's ruining it." Ben Bateman was literally the face of modern for 10 years.
Hey, buddy. What's his name? The feller?
USASH username isn't super creative, so I don't remember it. Jay Karnacki.
Jay Karnacki? Commander. Try it sometime.
Yeah, just literally just play it.
Just check it out.
Like,
yeah.
people who hate on Commander haven't played Commander.
Yeah, just try it. Come on down and play at a pod sometime.
Literally, Ben Bateman is... if you listen to his podcast, it shows a huge, unbelievable chunk of history of Magic.
Mm-hmm.
And he's playing Commander, and he loves Commander now.
Everybody loves the Commander.
Dude, his most expensive deck is
Honestly,
Commander. And it is
I feel like if you play Magic for long enough, there's one of two things that you do. You go into Commander or you go into Cubes. Those are the two things.
Yeah.
Like, if you play Magic for more than 15 years, you're probably not playing Standard. You're probably not playing Modern.
I used to play a shit ton
You might
of
be playing
Standard.
Legacy.
Standards, the thing is, a lot of people start with Standard because they're like, I just want to play Magic. They're like, what's the newest set that I can play in? And they learn about Standard, and they're like, oh, this is really easy to remember because there's only this amount of certain cards.
Just that.
It's very easy to remember. And then people start to get pissed with Standard because if you are not buying all of the cards you need on release day and making that deck and going into the first weekend with the new set with a fully functioning deck, you are eating pace.
I was going to say, really, you can...
That's why Arena's great, because you can literally week one get into the front of Standard.
I think that's my thing, is if you really want to play Standard, you should just play it on Arena. If you like the way that a deck plays on there,
look at...
Maybe make it in paper, but...
Look at... Like, us trying to build that Tifa deck, if we were to do that in physical paper, it would have been very unbelievably hard to do because not a lot of Tifas were opened, and then also...
4 Tifas and 4 Buster Swords in it. That's, what,
and
$800 for 8 cards?
4 of the Traveling Chocobos, which even those are fucking $40 for the cheapest one.
Damn. Yeah, that's
So there
nuts.
you go. Standard, like, you want to talk about expensive and... potentially the thing, like the face child money making grabbing of Magic is Standard.
And then they banned a 19-cent common.
And then left VVUs like $90. But Commander is not the thing that they're money grubbing from. It's fucking Standard.
Yeah.
Standard is the money grub.
Standard is the money grub, and
which then the cards go into Commander.
I also think that this is a prime time. I mean, Wizards has already decided that they're making money off of Universes Beyond. They've said half the sets. They've double backed from saying that they weren't going to do that to like the very next year. They were like, you know what? Half of everything that we said last year is wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
And then moving on.
Either last episode or 2 episodes ago, I literally put up the post that they made originally when they said that they were going to slow down on making sets, and then in the next 4 months, we're going
long time.
And we talked about the very first episode of our podcast. I came from Standard.
Xancha, who's a very old Magic the Gathering lore character, is literally the fucking Terminator it's the T-800 from Terminator.
Yep.
Like, I mean...
I was a Standard player. I moved to Commander because it just functionally works better.
Yeah, it's very aesthetic. You don't have to, like... If you have to read an ability, it's maybe once or twice to get the feel of it.
Dude, that's the funny thing about Commander is you're not even, like, reading other people's decks. You're just playing your deck and then, like, responding to the things they're doing when they mention it.
And, that is kind of... That's part of why I love...
you have to fucking read everything, and you need to know how... Because it's one-on-one format.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be fully aware of everything all the time.
You also have to read what's going on in Commander, too, because, like, I just got that one card that you were like, oh, that's a neat-looking art. And then you read the card, and it basically says whenever somebody plays a spell, you just put a creature on the battlefield.
Which is kind of insane.
That's so for 2 mana.
Selesnya bullshit.
Selesnya enchantment if you have Threshold.
So, like, for me... I started with standard.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to get into modern for a bit because I really wanted to build modern merfolk, and then
Right.
I looked at the price tag of $5,000 and went,
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sorry, and I am going to oppose what you say. Where Commander's killing Magic, it's not. Commander is the reason, like you said. In my opinion, Magic is where it is.
Yeah.
We are consistently getting more cards to play. We're getting Final Fantasy brought in probably the largest influx of players Magic has ever had.
That, and I feel like it brought a lot of old Magic players back in that didn't have any interest in Magic anymore. We know a couple of players that were like, nope, I'm pretty well done with Magic, and then Final Fantasy comes around, and it's
they've
like,
bought in 2 boxes now.
yeah, that's so awesome. Like, especially as
And that's not Commander. That's standard.
as a longtime Magic player, like when you meet somebody who's like, I used to play, and you can tell that they just don't really care anymore.
It kind of sucks. 'Cause
Yeah, it's
you're
like, oh, we could have had a thing that we shared, but Wizards screwed it up for a decade.
they're doing a good thing. I'm very happy with the direction that Magic's going.
Yeah.
I'm excited for all the new stuff coming out. And sorry, champ, if you don't like the fact that the way Magic's going, go try to play Yu-Gi-Oh for a little bit.
Yeah.
You want to
Yeah.
talk about a problematic thing? Go play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, standard Yu-Gi-Oh.
Dude, Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't.
Do they have a standard?
They do. They
rotation?
have their own rotation stuff, but
Mm.
guess what's just big in that is just basically the modern version of Magic.
See, maybe
have
that
their own-
shows
they have their
how
own
much
ban lists.
I don't know about it, but I kind of wonder if you couldn't just make a fake card, not like a proxy.
And people just believe it because it's so
you just
out
put
of
15 lines of text on it, and you're like, yeah, this it's convoluted, but
Mhm.
it basically says because of this board state I win the
Yeah.
game, and people are like,
okay.
all right, yeah, it looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Yep. And then try getting into Pokemon where you can't even get the Pokemon cards.
I'm still surprised that has competitive levels of play. That and gosh, you want to talk about some contention between some players?
Dude, people
standard
get pissed in Pokemon.
Well, standard players and CEDH players are probably the two furthest, or modern players and CEDH players
Are the
probably
furthest
the two
things
furthest.
from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Pokemon Paper versus Pokemon TCG, which is funny because it's
Are a completely different game.
it is a completely different game.
You get a free
completely
energy
different
every
meta.
turn. Yeah, you get a free energy every turn on the phone version.
Mhm.
In actual Pokemon, you need to draw that shit like mana.
Right, but it's still it's
And then you also win.
card
you have,
draw
you have
is so
prize
strange
yeah,
there.
You have
Like-
prize cards. Basically, you knock out a Pokemon, you pick a prize card, and the prize cards come from your starting deck
Mhm.
after you draw your opening hand. Then you put your prize cards, and every time you eliminate a Pokemon, you get a prize card. If you run out of prize cards or they have no more Pokemon, that's how you win.
Are you familiar with Omniscience Draft?
Yes.
Okay, so it's basically like Omniscience Draft of what Pokemon actually is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actual Pokemon is pretty fun, actually. It's fun. However, you want to talk about the most toxic adults on the planet are
Mhm.
people who play that child's card game.
Yeah, that's fair.
We play a
That's-
children's card game. That is a literal children's card game where a grown-ass sweaty adults stand in line at the opening of a Walmart to punch a kid in the face to get the Pokemon packs to resell them first, and then look at the kid and say, "You're ruining the community."
Is that not how you get your Magic cards?
No,
Well, I'm gonna have to start buying my Magic cards differently then.
dude, it's one of those things where I bought the first wave of Final Fantasy because I was excited about it,
Oh yeah.
and I still like them, but now I almost bought a Gate Crash pack for the same cost as a Final Fantasy, just because of the nostalgia of Gate Crash.
Gate Crash is fun, and again, what is that? $54 a box on.
Yeah, that's the
Mm.
thing is there's still some boxes that I'm like, I might just buy this anyway.
We
'cause-
should do that.
Well, the thing is, I need to anyway because of the collection. There's some
Yeah.
packs, there's some sets that I still just need to buy a bulk of.
Yeah, well, so I was thinking we could do a fun challenge. Maybe we'll do a promo or a one of with that, where we do the box draft that they're talking about doing. We just do it with a Gate Crash
a
box each.
commander box
Yeah,
draft of Gate
yeah. We'll
Crash.
just sit down. $54 each. We'll sit
Mhm.
down, crack into some cards, add it to the collection, and
I
then
will have to admit on one thing about the commander being a money-sucking grub horde. the fact that they are doing the whole draft format of Wizards is like,
You know,
you know what's a really silly idea is if you bought an entire box.
You know, I honestly, I thought the same thing. I thought it was really kind
But
of
do you
like
know how many
money
more
hungry.
boxes stores are going to have now because of it? That's
No.
actually an exciting thing because that means we're going to be able to get the boxes easier
Your-
because we're going to have a ton of boxes.
Your LGSs are going to be able to go to the WPN and be like, hey,
I need
you-
25
Yeah.
boxes. And they're like, okay. Where
um,
now, like, the one we got, the guy we see it, he has a hard time getting like 2 or 3 boxes.
But the thing that, and I think that it was Pleasant Kenobi who brought this up. Great guy. You should check him out if you like some witty British stuff going on. Basically, if you're a CEDH player, there's a very small chance that you don't already, or there's a very large chance that you already buy a box of each set when it comes out.
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm doing now.
Yeah, exactly.
I never used to. And then I realized it is the order of operations of how you should buy cards for Commander
Mhm.
are singles, box, and then packs.
Release of the set, I would say buying a box is not a bad idea.
And then singles, yeah.
And then singles to fill in
And
your
then
holes, and
Packs,
then packs.
If you like to gamble, like for some reason when I buy packs, I get everything I need every time, which is really silly.
Yeah.
Like,
For
have you
somebody
noticed,
who
have
doesn't
you noticed that?
Yeah. Well, like, we're literally just like, you know what would be really good in this deck? Caldera Complete.
And then I
And
went
then
and
he's
bought a
like,
single pack
huh.
of Modern Masters,
Yeah.
Modern Horizons, and opened up
Caldera Complete.
Because that's my luck.
Yep.
We're about to
And
hit,
he'll never draw it.
we're an hour 48, so we should think about
Cool, yeah.
rounding out so we don't hit that 2 hour mark.
Yeah, I
and
was
do
just
the weird
looking at
shit.
the outro.
Mhm.
But yeah, overall, just to kind of wrap everything up. First off, again, shout out to everybody who's still on track, still on the trail
Still
with
on
us.
track. Congratulations again to Joe. Joe got some. We posted it on our social so you can see it. Some crazy.
Amazing.
I called the Ristic Study. It wasn't foil, but I
Yep.
called the Ristic
No,
Study.
that's totally worth it.
They did get the foil full art alternate lightning,
Hell yeah.
which
Hell
was
yeah.
fucking sweet.
Yo.
And then they just got a bunch of other just.
And
They
there
got
was
a
a
VV,
yep.
another Buster Sword.
Hell yeah.
Like his box was worth more than the giveaway.
That's so awesome. Awesome. That is what I want to see for our
Yeah,
giveaways.
like,
I
that was
definitely love people
awesome.
to get like really cool
I mean,
stuff.
any free box is good because you still get free value out of it.
Yeah, but to
that
crack
was
that
a
is
fucking. That was better than the box I bought myself.
Yep.
By a
I was
lot.
telling him that after we got the pulls, and I
Yeah.
was like, that was just sitting there this whole
Yep,
time.
that was
and-
a better box than I pulled. But I'm good. It's good. And then the photo that he posted of the pulls, he also
Yep.
put on the playmat, which I was like, yeah,
Hell yeah.
there it is.
Hell yeah.
So it's awesome. I'm really glad that that's happening. And like I said, we're going to be doing, I think a box every time is just going to be, I
Yeah,
think it's
at
worth
least a box. I
'Cause
like the
we-
extra stuff that we threw into
it.
it.
Yep. And the more you guys subscribe, right, you might be at the $5 mark, but the more entries you give, the bigger prizes we can give.
That, and once we get to a certain point where it won't just mean that everybody gets something, I would like to expand into like maybe like 2 or 3 prizes a month.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
we'll do.
Yeah.
That way everybody's kind of getting something. Everybody's feeling included.
Exactly. And with the shirts when you upgrade as well and everything like that. And so
That was the next part of the update that I had. We were actually just walking over the stuff in the basement. That's coming along nicely. We're hoping to hit maybe shooting in there before too long.
Yep.
We have a shirt process that is pretty awesome.
we got the Magic store coming up where we're going to be selling cards and stuff.
Yep. We've got stickers. We've got all kinds of cool stuff.
We're functioning.
Yeah, we are definitely rocking and rolling.
So, but make sure you guys like and subscribe on YouTube, on everything. Make sure you share with your friends. And then
Yeah, especially on YouTube. Friends and family, that's all free. Just
Joe literally just messaged me because remember he watches
nice.
it every Monday
Yep,
on
that's
release,
true.
and he said he goes, "I love how you said hopefully there's a Ristic Study in the booster box,
Right.
and there was,
That was so awesome.
and there
That's
was,
so awesome.
yeah." But thank you guys again for joining us on the Hard Part podcast, and
Thank you so much. Catch you next time.